We are obliged to build a society in harmony, development, prosperity, peace, and happiness. Shared, a society that shares, a society that is a socialist in the values of Christ, of Bolivar, and of Chavez. A new society. And we have moved forward. And the new society, you are those up front, the young. Chamos is a very famous word in the world. Here you are, the youth, the chamos of Venezuela, that are going to turn into a truth the building of Venezuela as a country that is socialist and humane and Christian. That is the truth. And I inspire myself watching you. Always. I see you here and there. As Grecia was saying, when the pandemic came, the first people who came to help the people was the youth. When we started to push entrepreneurship, the youth was there. When we launched these sports and cultural plans, the youth was there. When we created the communal circuits, who were the first ones who said that they were going to build team efforts in communities? The youth. And who was the first electoral process, the first national council for the first group in the country? On the 27th of July, we had the first consultation for a community project, and it was the youth, the protagonist. And now Grecia. Hector. I hadn't greeted Sergio, our beloved Minister of Popular Power, minister and a banker, the man that has the money to finance all the businesses that you want. They call him the Italian stud. What do you say? Yes or no? That I learned from you. Look at your faces, your playful faces. They're doing a great job. Hector, I want to tell you, Jorge, we that have seen so many things, that knew Chavez, that have lived years since Chavez. I want to greet very specially our dear Rosine Chavez, our dear president of the Tree Mission from the National Institute of Parks. We have to strengthen the creation of more parks and trees. You have to invite me sometime to 15 or what. We have to do a good day soon to rebuild the trees together with the youth. With the 4,000 that are graduated, each one of them will plant a tree, 100 trees. Is 100 okay, or is it too little? I'm leading the cameras. Just a little bit. Put it so I can see. I'm going to tell you because I also have to take care of the technical part. Please show me the shot. Open up. Right there. That's a nice shot. You can see the table, the picture of Sucre, the countryside. Someone has to take care of the aesthetic, communicational aesthetic, right? It's a little detail. Okay, so we continue. Those of us who have lived these times, as Silvio Rodriguez would say in one of his songs, these times, hardly humane times, but beautiful of combat. We know, young people, that you, as young as you are, have managed something very important: to work in a collective, to work together and in a team without divisions of any kind. And I congratulate you, all of you. There's no divisions in the teams. It's a collective vision. It's a collective vision. Leadership that's also collective. There's no envy, no hitting anyone, no gossip. What I see here is love, union, and patriotical strength. That's why I see in our youth. And you are an example for us so we as young people, as old young people, to us the foundational generation who had our teacher, and we are very strongly together in a perfect fusion, popular, military, the high powers of the politic, they're previously together, guaranteeing the building, the construction of the process, the revolutionary process of Venezuela. All of these are very important things. They are reflections that are very important because the homeland belongs to you. You are the ones who are going to move it forward, all of the battles. When it's about strengthening the student movement, that's where you are, building the social movement. Hector, the most democratic in the country, because I have to say that the most democratic movement that the country has is the student movement of the high schools, from the youth that are in the high school. And that's the same path that the university movement is taking, is following.
And you are the example for the constituent popular process that I am leading in the working class, in the teaching community, in the rural workers, and a great etc. So we are marking 17 years now. It is very important. The concept that I was explaining, and Grecia was explaining before from the national direction, the youth, I told you a year ago, and you took that with firmness. Because you can take on a task, and you can do it calmly, but you did it with methodology, with awareness, and you're doing it a great job at it. That was to convert the youth of the PSUV into a powerful youth, a socialist youth of the complete Venezuelan movement, into a complete movement of the Venezuelan youth, linked to sport, linked to the student movement, linked to the communities and the neighborhoods, that diverse movement of the youth, because the youth is that. So I agree, I completely agree with the idea that the force and the leadership needs to be with you, and the thing that you're doing, that is the construction of a great and powerful movement that you are leading, that you are constructing for the future of Venezuela. And every time and every day, you're putting your values and everything that you're doing for the Party of Venezuela, values so transformative and deeply rooted. That is what Commander Chavez used to say, and you have taken on upon yourself that task. Look, I'm watching more than you know. I'm watching everything. And I look at this youth that 17 years after that foundation time that Commander Chavez marked, that youth is now in every territory of the country, from north to south, from east to west. Whenever you go and wherever you go, you see a young lady, a young man. You have become a great leadership, a great reference. And we need to take care of that with human quality, with collective work,